Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. So with AVAX, mentioned to you already in the last few videos that I think we have a good chance that we are now in the wave 4 that could become quite a long wave 4 ABC, basically in line with what Bitcoin is doing, what Ethereum is doing. We have reacted already to the 38.2% fib level, which is the minimum that a wave 4 should do. I wouldn't be surprised to drop lower. In fact, I would expect it because that's what I think for Bitcoin is going to happen as well. Looks like we're currently doing here something like a B wave to the upside, or so it could possibly be just a WXY pattern instead of an ABC, because then you could have an A wave down here. This might be a B wave and a C wave down. That is what the market will need to show us. I did mention it in a previous video. There are so many different corrective wave patterns, and it's basically impossible to know as it goes. I mean, you can make, you can sort of, as it goes, always give a view of what is probably the most likely one, but yeah, I wouldn't get too involved with trying to understand the very low little wave count. It's sometimes just better to understand what are the key support levels, right? And what are the invalidation points, and what are the areas where it makes sense to scale in, instead of trying to figure out, is this a Y or is it a C or so. But yeah, if it's a Y wave, then this could be an A wave. Here now the B could still go a bit higher, and then the C wave to the downside. Yeah, so that's one scenario, that we're now in a wave 4, basically in line with Bitcoin and Ethereum. What I have to tell you is that Bitcoin and Ethereum have much more space than, for example, AVAX to the downside. So if it drops below the 50% retracement, then this can't really be a wave 4 anymore. I mean, as per strict Elliott wave rules, this could come down all the way to around 1150, yeah, and even lower, and not cut into the wave 1 price region. So as per Elliott wave rules, the original rules, basically, you would say that this can drop quite a bit, but in reality, a wave 4 doesn't drop more than the 50% retracement. So that means, and that is possible as well, that is what makes the uncertainty at the moment here, or what creates the uncertainty. If we drop below $14.57, below the 50% retracement, then we probably have a wave 2 correction. So then we have to assume that this high was already in here. Yeah, the wave 4 was probably already in somewhere here. But the key is that to understand that then we had a top, we had a peak, and we are probably doing an ABC here and come down a bit lower. How that then plays out, we need to see. Corrective wave patterns can extend out quite a bit. For example, we could say that we then had, if this is going to become a wave 2, maybe an A, B, C of some sort. But this would only be the A wave of a larger correction. So A, then here B, and then we come down in C and hit this area down there. So I will observe that very closely for you. I mean, either way, I would expect some sort of bullish reaction here, even if it's just in a B wave to the upside. So this area could be a possible area to scale in, but I would be very careful anyway with leverage here at the moment. I would only put in a small position on the spot market, and then as we go down lower, those position sizes can go higher as we get closer to key support levels. And to be honest, if this is a wave 2, then we might even have to extend this target area out all the way to the 78.6 retracement, but then I can now make it smaller anyway because we've already hit the 38.2. But unfortunately, I cannot make it smaller based on the idea that this could also be a wave 2. There's simply no way of telling at the moment. If I was going by what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing, I would say it is a wave 4, because I think they are going to do a wave 4 as well. But it could very well be that some of these altcoins that did rally much more are putting a wave 2 in because they joined the rally a little bit later, and they just need a bit more. They are more volatile. Yeah, as we know, altcoins are more volatile. So they might just need to retrace and just, correct a little bit more after such an impulse. Sometimes they just have to correct a little bit more because the indicators are so overheated. So we need to observe that. Yeah, certainly what you can look at is step by step these fib levels here. We've got the 1550 level, the absolute minimum of what we would expect here in this scenario. The 50% fib level is 1457. Then the 61.8 at 1363, and the very much latest one, or the last one, is 1230. Going below 1230 would send us back into the bear market. Unfortunately, due to the volatility and the dimensions of this rally, the target area is quite strong and quite large, which means that if you want to buy in here, your position size should be quite small, because probably the stop loss should be down here if you trade this, because we can, it can drop and drop and drop and still be in this scenario of a larger uptrend. That makes it so difficult. But again, as long as we're holding the 1456 level, we can focus here on it being just a wave 4, and it would move up in a 5th wave, which means one strategy might be to scale in here a little bit, and when we create a larger B wave, then maybe to scale out and scale back in as we hit this area again. So yeah, it's not an easy one at the moment, because it's unclear if it's a wave 4 or wave 2, but I will keep you updated as good as possible in the next few videos. Okay, that's my update about AVAX. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.